Dear students of class 8A and 8B, you are welcome to this history class. Today's topic, Introduction of Modern Education. Points: Wood's dispatch, positive impact of modern education, negative impact of modern education, purpose of modern education, importance of native languages. You know, the British from the very beginning did not interfere in the traditional system of education of the Indians. Now why? Because of the reason a number of conservative people were there who extended their keen cooperation towards them during the Sepoy mutiny. Supported them towards the British in framing their policies. They actually favored the rule of the British in India. That's why that group of people, in spite of being traditional, in spite of being prejudiced, superstitious, the British did not want to harm their sentiments. That's why they gave importance to the traditional system of education. Because of that very group of people, conservative people, who favored the British in India. That's why the British did not interfere in the system of Indian traditional system of education and allow them to follow up that very system. As a result, in local schools, the regional languages were given preferences. So teaching was done as per the system, as per the regional languages as medium of instruction, and students receive the knowledge of different subjects they gain knowledge, they receive knowledge, they were taught through their regional languages or mother tongues. As a result, there was no problem, and the local people taught by the local schools and schools of the regional different regions, they were taught and they received knowledge from their teachers. So there was no grievance among the Indian conservative people. But in course of time, the British realized that there should be a complete syllabus for the Indian people, because many of them, they were ignorant people. They should be given proper education, they should be given proper knowledge through modern system of education. In the year 1813, one Charter Act was passed, and a sum of rupees 1 lakh granted by the British for the spread of modern education. But the amount of money which was granted by the British, it was of no use, because the British could not spend the money for the spread of higher education in India because of the opposition of the conservative leaders. The conservative leaders obstructed the way of introduction of modern education in India. They favored their own traditional system of education and wanted to be taught through the traditional system of education, through with the regional languages as their mother tongues, regional languages to be the medium of instruction. But later on, in the year 1833, the British, decided to spend a lot of money for the spread of Indian education. So the Charter Act of Indian 33 sanctioned a sum of 10 lakh rupees for the higher education, for the spread of higher education in India. And this amount, actually during that time, the British wanted to have one fixed curriculum, a systematic curriculum, and with English as the medium of instruction. So, under the system of the Charter Act of 1833, the British decided to introduce a systematic curriculum with English as the medium of instruction. And for that reason, the British granted a sum of rupees 10 lakh rupees for the spread of higher education in India. But later on, Macaulay came and Macaulay changed the entire situation. Macaulay passed one minute on education in the year 1835. 2 years later, passing the Charter Act. So, under the system of Macaulay, modern education through the medium of English language was compulsory. In the year 1844, English was made the official language, and it was announced that Indians educated in Western education through the medium of English would be given government jobs. That idea came first in the mind of Lord Macaulay, and Lord Macaulay encouraged Indian people to receive Western education. He was actually an advisor and an assistant of Lord William Bentinck. As a result, during the time of Lord Macaulay, the process of setting up a number of schools and colleges started, because he encouraged Indian people to receive Western education in interest of themselves, so that they can have good jobs in the British administration. And it was Raja Ram Mohan Roy who also came forward for the help of the Indian people, and also tried his level best to make the Indian conservative people understand the drawbacks of the Indians and the reality, and also helped the conservative people to understand the basic need to receive Western education. And a section of people understood the clarification of Raja Ram Mohan Roy, and rest of them, they were not interested to receive Western education, but only the traditional system of education. Meanwhile, Wood came and passed one dispatch, and under the dispatch of Wood, it was decided that the policy of education would be controlled by the company board of control, and Sir Charles Wood was the president of that very board. As a president of that very board, he decided to pass one act, and that very act is known as Wood's Dispatch. It was passed in the year 1854. So the policy, as per the system of that very act, or as per the laws passed through this act, the dispatch of Lord Macaulay was right, and Lord Macaulay's proposal would be accepted in introducing Western science and knowledge for the Indian people. That's why the dispatch of Charles Wood, decided that knowledge of English, knowledge of Western science, knowledge of Western system of education was compulsory, and English was established as the medium of introduction all over India. It was the main aim of Wood's dispatch, but almost all people accepted it. The rest of them, they were waiting, they were watching what to do the next. And next one, the positive result, the positive impact of modern education in India. What was the positive impact of the modern education in India? The British education system, made a close contact with the new developments happening around the world, and people became rational by receiving Western education, and scientific ideas in science, they gained, the modern technology, the modern science, also encouraged them to, to be rational, and without clarifying the logic of any matter, they never took any decision. This education system was open to all people, regardless of caste, creed, and sect. Hence, many Indians opted for the British education system. It facilitated the growth of knowledge and idea of democracy, nationalism, and socialism among the Indians. Besides, this educated group was inspired by modern ideas of liberty, equality, and fraternity, the idea which we got from the French Revolution. It encouraged them. Then also they became the pioneers of social reform movements and nationalism in India. Later on, there was a slight wedge between those educated in the Western education system and traditional system. All in all, the spread of modern education united the Indians as never before. Ultimately, English became the lingua franca and broke down the regional barriers. Those who did not want to come out of their regional barriers, now they realized that the knowledge of English would give them more and more benefit, and they would be benefited in the long run. That's why they showed keen interest to receive the knowledge of English, modern science, and they wanted to be educated through the modern system of education. So these are the positive impacts of the modern education system in India. And what are the negative impacts of the negative impacts? There were certain negative impacts of the Indian modern education system. Number one, the British government tried to spread literacy. Schools and colleges were established in the main cities, but a large percentage of Indian community remained illiterate and little attention was paid to them because they all were living in the remote villages. There was none to take care of them. So that group of people remained illiterates. Almost all group of people remained illiterates because no attention was paid to them. Why? Because they lived in the remote villages, and almost all cities came under the system of modern education by the British. A number of schools, number of colleges were set up in the major cities of India. But later on, the British realized their mistakes. But this is not a part of our discussion. Those who were educated under the modern educational system openly developed an admiration for British rule. But it should not have been done because they all were Indians and they were not satisfied with the job since they were unable to have fat salary. As a result, almost all people, should have grievance, and a section of people already opposed that very system, but rest of them, they favored British rule in India, and they also encouraged the Britishers and other Indian people to be educated under the modern educational system and encouraged them, admired the British rule. This class of modernized Indians rejected their own cultural roots and patronized everything that was British. They patronized everything that was British. They openly said to the common people that we are inferior to the British and the British are superior to them. Now why? Because they are of their culture, because of their language, because of their manners, etiquettes. Everywhere they were superior to the Indians. That's why they should be respected. The common people, the local people, they could not understand the meaning of it. but they misguided the common people because they favored the British rule in India, and modern educated Indians were trained for minor administrative jobs. They were employed as clerks in the civil service and were paid less than the British counterparts, that they ran the empire for the British masters. And these were the negative impacts of the modern system of education. Later on, they realized their mistakes, and many of them who once favored the British rule in India, who once admired the modern system of education of India, later on they all join Indian national movement under the call of Mahatma Gandhi, and strengthen Indian national movement against the British, because they realized that what they were doing was nothing but betray to the country, betray to their motherland. So they did not want to be an admirer. They did not want to be admirers of the British in India, but they wanted to be admirers of Indian system of education. They wanted to be admirers of the motherland. Their motherland, which was under the British control, it should be immediately made free, so that Indians could rule their country and Indian people could enjoy their democratic rights. They could, they could lead a very prosperous, enthusiastic and independent life. Up to this, my dear students, and so these are the points I clarified, and if you have any doubt, any problem, please let me know. I shall clarify it during live classes. Thank you.